Young world, and the world is yours. I pray that Allah bless y'all to still be in this world. You feel me? I'm counting on y'all to make this a better world for my grandbabies. You feel me? I know it's a tough time, and if y'all think I don't understand, if you think I can't relate, I've been there where my day ones was, the only ones I trusted, the only ones especially that I even talked to, you know what I mean, during a time like this, kind of like congregating, you affiliate and associate with it, a little bit of everybody during times of peace and during times of war. You shorten your circle. You know what I'm saying? You shrink your circle, and only the trusted and the chosen are allowed to be in that circle. And it's just such a small world to live in. You feel me? It's kind of like when they say you was already in prison out here on the streets because you function, in that small circumference. You know what I mean? Where the parameters were short. You know what I mean? The distance was short that you traveled, and the people. It's like being on the yard or being in a pod on the level 4. And only the people that's been experienced this can really understand that. My thing is with my young world is that to y'all is that a lot of the things that we want to achieve, it can't happen without y'all. In my book, we gonna always be some of the realest, and I believe that a real brother can still be misguided. I consider myself to be a real brother, but I know there was a time, even when I was misguided, I may have done some stuff that was unbecoming of a real brother, but at the same time, under the rules and the guidelines that we was living by, I was true. And with that being said, man, just cause we ain't communicating right now, and I know cats don't want to hear that peace stuff from their big homie, man, my loyalty to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger, it's what keeps me loyal to y'all. You feel me? Because I believe in y'all. I believe that y'all can turn y'all life around the same way I did. I didn't turn my life around, bro, until I was really started making some adjustments when I was probably, say, 26, 27 years old, man. And it was difficult because of the distrust that I had, for people who look like me, absolutely for people who don't look like me. I couldn't even relate. And it was just, it was like, easy to fall into a state of hopelessness and despair. Easy to really visualize that I wasn't going to be there for my seeds, for my family. Because, I was loyal. I was loyal to the hood, loyal to my homies. The delusion of thinking we was the mob and being loyal to the mob and all that, bro. But I gotta stay true to what I'm on right now, and that's to showing y'all it's something bigger than the mob. You feel me? That's the most beautiful thing that ever happened to me was being introduced to Islam. I knew right off the bat that Islam was bigger than the mob. Allah and his messenger was bigger than any other big homies who I grew up admiring. You feel me? I and I know this is out there for some of y'all. For some of y'all, it ain't. Y'all know that Allah and His messengers is bigger than the mob. It's bigger than what you represent. But I know that's what it is right now. And I was there. I was willing to die for it, just like y'all are. But I'm so glad that I didn't have to give my life for it. You feel me? And I'm glad that I had the opportunity to see that it is something bigger than that. And even if you ain't really spiritual and that ain't your thing and you can't relate to what I'm saying, man, your son or your daughter, they bigger than the mob. You feel me? It's true. And I hate that I was the kind of person that no one person was bigger than the mob to me. Sacrificial. You feel me? Man, I tell you, I was wrong. Ain't got no problem admitting I was wrong. And you ain't got to make all the mistakes that I made. And I gotta keep it 100. Like the stuff that I did, bro. You feel me? I did before I was 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was I had a large enough of a false sense of power. Same false sense of power that you got right now. You think you run the city. You feel me? You think you run your neighborhood. You know, I had that before I was 18 and 17. You feel me? And it wasn't true though. You know, I didn't own no blocks. I didn't own no property. That's the reality of it all. And that's what we really need to be getting to. We really need to be owning the block. You feel me? And I get it. It's a level of power and influence where you don't have to physically own nothing. But at some point in time, that runs out and people see that how easy it is. They can come with a psychological campaign, psychological warfare to strip you of that. So you need to at some point in time, you need to actually take back the community. You feel me? And with that being said, bro, this is and I know I'm ahead of my time and I could be ostracized for this. Cats can really stop feeling me for what I'm about to say. But it's 100 and I don't know when y'all will be ready to receive this. I don't know when Allah gonna call me back. So my duty is to share this with y'all to get y'all to really understand this. And it might take somebody else to say the same thing. Y'all gonna reject it coming from me. You feel me? And say I ain't the same dude. I ain't the dude you grew up loving and admiring. But as long as you accept it from somebody, it's I plant that seed. And you ain't got to willingly accept it, especially in the space that you in right now. But at some point in time, just imagine this. Just imagine that we own everything in our neighborhoods, in our cities. We own the dry cleaning. We own the supermarkets. We own the barbershops. We own everything, all the restaurants, everything you can possibly imagine, the laundromats. But soon as something happened and one of us calls the police, like, what do you look like calling the police and somebody who still racially, biasly feels that we're inferior to them shows up? Like we still relying on somebody who doesn't even see us as human beings shows up. What you getting at, bruh? I'm getting at some point in time. And I ain't talking about going in there getting brainwashed, but I'm talking about actually going in there and understanding, bruh, that y'all gonna have to look at possibly raising y'all kids to grow up and be DAs. Yeah, district attorneys. Growing up being sheriffs and police officers. If we really gonna run our community, you feel me? Or reimagine how we don't even have that in our community then. but we got a security force. We got some form of law enforcement. You feel me? Where we govern ourselves. Other than that, it's like we didn't took back most of our community, but we still didn't take back like the most important parts of it. Some of the most important parts of it. Again, it's levels to this, man, and obviously levels that y'all don't even consider, you know what I'm saying, thinking about, indulging in. Because if you think we just gonna forever stay underground, bro, that's not working for us. It's not working for us, man. They picking us off. And for the longest, they think it's justifiable. And the cold part about it ain't even really criminals that they knocking down. It ain't even really outlaws. They knocking down those who, you know what I'm saying, they really don't even fear no repercussions from they folks. Some of us, they ain't crazy. They know, you know what I mean, what it'll be. But yeah, we're gonna have to reimagine all this, man. But we weakening ourselves, bro. We weakening our forces. You feel me? Like we could be so much more powerful if we was together and we wasn't at each other like this, man. I get it. You already know I get it, man, but at some point in time, the bigger picture gonna have to come into the fold. You dig? Great sacrifices gonna have to be made by y'all. Not by me, not by any other OG. You dig? We making sacrifices, but y'all in position, man. All the power lies with y'all. I don't even think, like I said, I don't even think it can be done without y'all. Other than that, I'd have been washed my hands of y'all. You feel me? Love y'all. Loyal. Don't want to see y'all throw y'all lives away. That's all I'm in it for. You feel me? I hope y'all wake up, man. It ain't no hard feelings on mine. You feel me? Tap back in with your boy, you feel me? And I get it. You don't want me messing with your mentors right now. You don't want me having you on no soft stuff. Thinking about the stuff I'm talking about, your family, your kids. You know what I'm saying? This lengthy, I know y'all ain't even gonna watch all this, man. Some of y'all are though. Cause you know your big bruh, your unc, your big cutty, man. You know I'm telling you the truth. You feel me? And if you need be, you know what I'm saying, take that time out just to sit down and think. Don't be in the streets on no goofy thinking about what I done said to you. If it's gonna dull your senses and your awareness ain't gonna be up where you can be vigilant and mindful out here in these streets. I get that. That's why some of y'all avoid me. You dig? Don't never let it be cause you questioning my loyalty, bro. It's never gonna be that. Never gonna be no situation where I'm ever trying to betray any of my young life, man. You know. I don't know what else to say right now. Got plenty more to say, but it's this lengthy. So tap back in with me, man. Love y'all, man. Be safe. And just know that y'all important piece to this bigger picture, man. Real important piece to this bigger picture. I'm out.